Hello, it's Jean Miller here, professor at the Brandeis Business School. And it is our pleasure to report the activities of the Perlmutter Fellows this summer. This project began just after the pandemic hit. In our leadership work at the business school with not-for-profits, we realized how many of the not-for-profits were caught short in technical capabilities and abilities to communicate with their constituents with their doors being shuttered. Let's hear from them and see what they've created.
Things progressed pretty rapidly around here. I mean, it seemed to go from hearing about this virus at other places in the world on the news, and it wasn't really impacting our day-to-day life, to boom, overnight, our drop-in center was shut down. We had to change locations, staff hours were reduced, and many people, both clients and staff, were no longer able to interact with us at all for health concerns, and it drastically changed the circumstances under which we function, just overnight.
The Perlmutter Fellowship, we ended up developing software to enable nonprofits to interface with their constituents, particularly in disenfranchised communities.
So what's being created here is an elegant, simple-to-use four-function app. It provides the ability to inform constituents about virtually every aspect of a nonprofit's program delivery. It serves as an event hub to monitor attendees and response rates. It's a platform to seek help and set up sessions with case managers. And it provides a scoring capability to keep track of client progress and specific pressure points for each individual person.
Accessing social services for anyone is just very difficult. To try to figure out who's out there, who's doing what the intake criteria is and things like that. And it's exhausting for people, especially people that are experiencing crisis or in trouble.
Haven's largest concern was communication. How can they communicate with their clients in this new day and age where technology is really the only method, right?
And so in seeing this, we thought, well, how do we facilitate that electronically? Especially with COVID-19, access to resources become even more limited. Depending upon your income, your community, you may have disproportionate access to important resources that would enable you to do what you normally do.
This application can really be used for any organization that wants to have an all-in-one communication tool based around events. And the fact that it's totally customizable really makes it great for organizations because they can customize it to their own business needs.
It's difficult to capture all of what we do as an organization. So the app is a really awesome way for a young person to actually begin to engage with us without making any commitment or really going outside of their comfort zone in any way, and gives us an open door to communicate with them and offer our services, and kind of gives us a chance to do a little bit of salesmanship and say, hey, we'd love to help you. Here are some of the things that we can do.
This app is not meant to replace a CRM platform, but rather it's for the tech-challenged, cash-challenged not-for-profits who want a way to stay easily connected with their clients. It is important, especially now, to not merely stay afloat, but for nonprofits to jump ahead of the curve and to lead the way in how they serve their communities.
One of the really interesting parts for me was being able to expand the language support, to see that I can get a call, to register for the app and see it completely natively in that user's language, knowing that we're breaking down those barriers even further. That was really heartening. I'm personally very passionate about civic tech and tech that makes a difference. I know that, Jean has some incredible opportunities in her work in Business 297C. I saw the impact that they were doing for their nonprofits, and it really inspired me. And also the component of how do we help nonprofits in this pandemic environment? How do I even further help, in a time of need?
This idea of tech for good kind of always really appealed to me. Being able to kind of do something good and use the tools that I've learned at school to accomplish that has been really awesome. My favorite part of doing this project was seeing the Haven Project's reaction when we showed them something new, that they saw that they had this idea, seeing someone else that has this dream that they think is so far away from them, but I'm able to bring that to life, has really been my favorite part. Just seeing their smiles when we call them, and they're like, that's so cool, I can never do that, has been really, really awesome.
I'm just so incredibly proud of the entire team, and so thankful to Jean and the Perlmutters for this opportunity to work on providing this service for, up to so many different nonprofits. Being able to look at just the breadth of the work we accomplished, I'm just so thankful for that, and that's something that doesn't come by every day, and I'm just so glad that I was a part of it.
One thing that I really love about Brandeis is our commitment to social justice, and also the fact, though, that we have a lot of really ambitious students. Seeing just the small team we've done this in such a short time frame, and we've built something real that our clients are happy about, has just been amazing.
It is clear to me that the use of tools like this app that you guys have created make us more efficient, they make us more up to date, and they make us more accessible. And in the long run, that's absolutely the work that we have to be doing. We have to put in the work to continue to evolve to meet the needs of the people around us. And so this is an excellent opportunity to do just that.
Just as the same way you pass the torch, I'd love to see what the next generation of Perlmutter Fellowship maintainies would do, how they can expand outreach to other people, how they can further the opportunities that we take for granted.
Hi, my name's Ian Roy. I'm the Director for Research, Technology, and Innovation at Brandeis. I'm also the founding head of the Maker Lab. The Perlmutter app that Daniel, Adam, and Mitchell have put together is unbelievable. I've been very inspired about the future of where this app could go. It's one of the few all-the-way ready apps that we've seen this year. Every year at Brandeis, there's only a couple teams that really go all the way to a full solving a real problem, having a full implementation that's shovel ready and can be deployed. And this is one of those amazing, tremendous potential, could really make some difference in the nonprofit world. So I think they have a huge market opportunity. They're in a really unique competitive space where anything that would do what they do is so prohibitively expensive that the sector they're working with wouldn't use it. So I think if they can find a business model that's a low cost to get the companies involved and have a really good pitch to articulate how a company could envision working with them, they can do tremendous things for nonprofits getting in contact with their communities. What they've done for the Haven Project is the tip of the iceberg, and where it's headed in the future is really exciting. What they could potentially do with many more nonprofits who have similar problems of communication, outreach, and really community building.
Wow. This work is fabulous. And it is bigger, deeper, broader than I originally anticipated. And the ramifications and the interest level of other not-for-profits are swirling around. We've decided to do a management consulting project in my class in the fall on the business ramifications and how to deal with this model. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for the funding. Thank you to the fellows for a fabulous job. Well done. And thank you to the advisors. This is wonderful.